John Feeley, former U.S. ambassador to Panama, has delivered a scathing critique of Donald Trump's approach to Latin America, drawing parallels between the former president's actions and the ruthless tactics of Tony Soprano, the fictional mob boss. Feeley's assessment underscores the aggressive stance adopted by Trump towards the region during the initial stages of his presidency, a stark contrast to the expectations of many who anticipated a more passive approach. This aggressive posture manifested in several key actions, including threats to reclaim the Panama Canal, accusations of Mexican government complicity with narco-traffickers, dispatching an envoy to meet Venezuelan dictator Nicolás Maduro, and direct confrontations with Colombian President Gustavo Petro regarding deportation flights. Feeley, a respected Latin America expert within the State Department prior to his resignation during Trump's first term, expressed horror, though not surprise, at these actions. He explained his perspective by invoking a psychological paradigm that blends the persona of Tony Soprano with the strategic insights of Thucydides, the ancient historian who documented the Athenian-Spartan conflict. Feeley argues that Trump's prioritization of the Americas stems from a calculated assessment of power dynamics. The significant asymmetry in commercial and military might between the U.S. and nations in Latin America, including Mexico, Central America, Panama, Brazil, and Argentina, allows Trump to act with impunity, knowing that these countries possess limited options to counter his actions. This, Feeley contends, reflects a mafioso approach, a shrewd exploitation of relative power. Feeley's 2018 resignation, he explained, was a direct consequence of his belief that Trump had fundamentally distorted and betrayed the core values of the United States. While acknowledging Trump's aggressive rhetoric, Feeley expressed doubt about the likelihood of Trump forcibly seizing the Panama Canal, even if his demands concerning alleged Chinese involvement were unmet. He characterized Trump's vision of a great America as one of dominance, exploitation, and self-serving gain, citing the pursuit of resources like the $500 billion worth of Ukrainian rare earths as a prime example. This vision, Feeley argued, mirrors the transactional nature of organized crime. He highlighted the strategic flexibility inherent in a mobster's approach, explaining that mobsters don't eliminate all competitors. They often employ bribery, corruption, and co-option. This perspective helps explain Trump's dealings with Maduro, whom Feeley portrays as a tin-pot little mobster, whose regime holds little inherent value to Trump, but whose cooperation is instrumentally useful for the short term. The deportation of Venezuelans, facilitated by Maduro's acquiescence, served Trump's domestic political agenda, providing him with the opportunity to rally his MAGA base by contrasting his actions with the perceived laxity of the Biden administration regarding immigration. Feeley's analysis paints a picture of a transactional relationship, highlighting how Trump leveraged a strategically unimportant nation to advance his political narrative at home, demonstrating a calculated use of power and a cynical disregard for international norms and diplomatic etiquette. This calculated exploitation of power imbalances, coupled with the transactional nature of his dealings, exemplifies what Feeley views as a fundamentally flawed and ultimately dangerous approach to foreign policy.